Chuck,
Yes.
where would you prefer to see Walker bat in the lineup? Second in front of the big boys or down like fifth or sixth? The Wombat wants to know. Walks had another bomb, didn't he?
2 of them.
2 bombs.
On Saturday and a dub. I would say
What do you say, Charlie?
the problem, this is a good problem to have.
Yeah.
The Cardinals have so much right-handed power. You probably got to mix it up a little bit there. Contreras probably hits fifth-ish. With Walker, maybe you don't want to put a lot of pressure on him. Maybe he hits sixth.
All right. What do you think, Jimmy?
Sounds right. I'm going to give it a little more space.
Okay.
Give it a little bit more time.
Okay.
He's been unbelievable, but before I start slotting him, I want to see a little bit more.
Anybody else stick out in the last couple games? You guys?
Well, today, I believe we're going to see Jack get the start.
Oh, my God.
If I'm not mistaken.
Did he? I thought it was supposed to be Sunday.
Well, he had flu-like symptoms. They didn't want to push it. Well, let me just double check.
So he got hurt and he's sick. He was sick for Sunday, and so they're pushing him back to Monday now. Mm-hmm. And then
Take
Tuesday,
a seat, you
and then
moron.
the Wednesday, and then the Thursday.
Well, we'll see if he pitches today.
I'm just saying.
He does have to pitch here pretty soon.
It's going to have to get going. So Big Jack's starting tonight. Anybody else sticking out?
Throw a couple innings. Well, the other day, there was an offensive explosion. So Nolan Gorman, Paul DeYoung.
How's our boy Paulie DeYoung doing?
He have a nice spot in the roster.
He hasn't been in the field because of something, but he's been hitting. He looks better. Looks okay. Not hard to look better from where he was last year. Unless they make some changes, he's going to be on the roster. I mean, they owe him money.
They owe him money.
He's a good glove, and they need a guy to back up at shortstop. So he's on the roster. I do think Gorman is one of the more important guys to look at because he's a lefty hitter, and they need that. They need someone from the lefty side. So I think they would love Gorman to keep hitting the ball.
Any other young kid surprising anybody?
Mason Wynn, I think, has looked better. It's early in spring, and so it can be fool's gold spring training. I always say this, like, if it's your guy and he's not hitting, you go, hey, he's working on some things.
He's working on some things.
Right? But if it's a guy you don't really care and he's hitting well, you go, well, it doesn't mean anything. So you can make it out of spring training whatever fits your narrative, I think. But Wynn has looked very good. I think that's opened some eyes that maybe he's closer than we think. I don't think he's going to make the team, but he certainly looks good.
What if halfway through the season he's just tearing it up at Memphis, and Paul DeYoung midway through the season is just not hitting a lick? Then maybe you get to the point, because the Cardinals, they're not going to DFA somebody when they have a couple years left on a deal. But if it gets to be midpoint of the season, that's where we saw the whole Johnny Peralta deal, where, okay, you only have half a year left. If Mason Wynn's really pushing, but then also with Mason Wynn, I don't think you want to bring him up to the big leagues for any type of backup role.
Yeah.
Like Mason Wynn
Needs to play.
Yeah, you need to play and get 4 or 5 plate appearances every night. So at this point in his development, it doesn't make sense for him to be a backup in the big leagues.
Another guy looks good, I think, so far, limited, time there. Burleson, who has a huge upside, I think, based on what he did in the minors. And then the other guy I'm intrigued with, we won't see him because there's really no spot for him, but Lucan Baker is a monster. I mean, he's legitimately, I think they list him at 280. I think he's bigger than that. But he destroys baseballs. Big power numbers at the minor league level. I think it'd be fun to see him. I'm not saying we will.
Yeah.
But he's always a guy I enjoy watching his at-bats.
We got Big Joe. What's up, Joe?
Hey, guys. First of all, usually when I call, in fact, you had a text message right after I called last week saying that apparently, Joe's always angry, negative. And so this is a little different approach. This Walker kid for the Cardinals has got me as excited as I've been about Cardinal baseball in a long, long time. I know the kid's 20, but I'm telling you, unless he just falls off the face of the earth the rest of spring training, he is your opening day right fielder, period.
Boom.
I don't care how old he is. This kid, I'm telling you, can do stuff in this lineup that's not been done in a long time. Seriously. And really, I'm telling you, this is the most exciting prospect. Obviously, Tavares, we didn't get to see much. Before that, it's Pujols. But he seems very humble. Jim Hayes, you're down there. He speaks well. I know. I get he's only 20, but the Atlanta Braves put a lot of young kids in too, and they let them play. So I think you stick him in right field the next 10 years, and you don't worry about it. Thanks a lot.
Wow, I like Joe.
How about that?
I like
Might be
Joe,
in
man.
left.
I like when Joe calls
Might be
in.
in left field.
Like, what's he mean by
Might
there's
be
things
Tyler
that,
O'Neill in center.
what do you mean, like, what is he doing that no one else has done?
Well, he's super toolsy. Like, he's not just a hitter.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Obviously, everybody's paying attention. He hits 2 bombs. He's hitting the ball 430 feet a couple weeks ago in a ballpark that is not easy to hit for spring training. He's got crazy exit velocities. He hits the ball super hard. He's a great athlete. He's throwing the ball 100-plus miles an hour from the outfield. He's fast. He really does do it all. And I think, look, it's so early, but right now his numbers are so over the top that if he were to continue to do this, you literally can't leave him off the roster. Now, it's very, very early. But I'm saying what he's doing right now is like he's forcing the hand of the Cardinals.
Okay.
But also, this feels like a year where the Cardinals don't mind being forced. Like, even the things they're saying about Jordan Walker, I think, are different than in the past where they've tried to tamp down some expectations on guys.
I totally agree because they don't say with a 20-year-old, hey, we're going to give this guy a chance to make the opening day roster. They don't do that generally. And when they do, especially with a prospect that everyone's watching, they know he has a shot at it. And it's almost like they're not only opening the door, but kind of maybe giving him a little push in that direction. And the thing that makes him special, I think, is, first of all, the size. You can't teach that.
Big boy.
It's a big guy.
Big boy.
Who can do everything on a baseball field. And I've mentioned this before, but he's a third baseman. And they said, hey, can you play outfield? And he not only did it quickly, he excelled at it, which is a challenge for anyone to suddenly switch positions. And he's accepted it, and he's embraced it, and he's good at it. And now they're looking at him as a guy who can be a major league center fielder right out of the box. He can do things that I don't think we've seen in a while.
So was Joe right about the top prospects Cardinals had in the last however long? You got
offensively,
Jordan Walker. Then you had Taveras, and then Pujols. So he's like up in that kind of category.
No question.
Really?
There's no. I mean,
what's his knock? What's the knocks on him?
Taveras was, by far their best prospect.
Really?
Obviously, taken way too early before but he was up, and we had a look at him, and he looked like the real deal. We'll never know what he would be.
And then he went back home. Did he go to? Was he Dominican?
Yeah, car accident.
Yeah, seems like Dominican. What are the knocks on Jordan?
Well, he's young. He's unproven.
Yeah.
Not to say, look, this guy's going to be Mickey Mantle, but there are really no knocks on the guy except for the fact that he's 20.
Yeah.
But he's had a meteoric rise through the minor leagues, so he just hasn't consistently seen big league pitching. And also, once there's a book on you, I mean, every hitter has holes, right? So, like, he's going to get up to the big leagues whenever he gets up here, and he'll probably struggle a little bit. They'll figure out, hey, this guy might chase sliders in the dirt, whatever it is. Maybe we can get him up and in with the fastball. I don't know if that's the case, but I'm saying they'll have the heat map on him. They'll realize, hey, right there, that's how you attack him.
You want to know what the knock on him is? And it's not even a knock. I'm just saying based on the real detailed scouting reports, they say he doesn't get under the baseball enough to project as a 40 home run guy at this point. He's 20. But if that's the knock, that right now he might be a 30 homer guy because he doesn't get under the baseball.
I see.
They're just trying to find things,
I see what you're saying.
He's got all the tools, man.
But here's the beauty of that, too. In a way, that's a compliment because nobody looks at this dude and says he's your new age 250 hitter that's going to hit 35 bombs. A lot of folks say this dude can hit 300 with power.
Damn right.
Again, I'm not saying he will, but his swing, talking about generating loft, like he has more of a line drive swing.
Nate, if you had to put $500 on it, where's Jordan Walker going to be, and what position opening day go?
Hitting second, playing left field.
Wow, boy. He's on it. You throw coin on that right now?
I haven't seen anything that says that Jordan Walker shouldn't not just make the team, but be a star on this team. I mean, if a guy can hit, he can hit. All right.
Yeah.
Clearly, he is advanced beyond his age, and we're talking about a prospect that has been billed a little bit differently than even some of the bigger names that have passed through in the last 5, 6, 7 years. So, look, Mike Gersh said at the beginning of spring training, he said Jordan Walker's numbers are indeed, if he earns it, he's going to win a spot. So you have to, I think, trust general manager when they give this guy high praise, and all he's done is hit.
He's hitting.
And he's such a humble and nice kid. Can I try to play something off my phone?
Yes, you can, Jimmy.
This is what he said at the winter warm-up going in. Like, I hadn't really met him before, and he just won me over because what you see is what everyone tells you he really is. Like, some guys put the smile on.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, no, this is a humble kid. So I'm going to try to play this off my phone. I hope it works. Let's see.
Ever since I was little, I wanted to play for a big league club, and ever since I got drafted by the Cardinals, just think about it, a historic team like this, every kid's dream to play for the big league club, so obviously I'm not there yet. This big spring training's pretty big for me, so I'm really excited going into it, and, nerves are all there, but, if I just play my game, I feel like I have a good shot.
Nice.
Dang right, Jordan.
And if you could see his smile, like, you could see he's humble and excited. He just wins you over.
Another thing about Jordan Walker is the Cardinals could have, it already looks like they could have gotten very, very lucky with the fact that, remember, he was drafted the COVID year. So he only played, I looked it up, he only played 16 high school games. So if he's able to play a full high school season, let's say 35 games, then you start to do that whole showcase. Maybe this dude would have been a top 5 pick. Who knows? Maybe he could have been the number 1 pick. I don't know. But like his senior year, when he really could showcase even more how talented he was, he didn't really get to play.
What was he drafted? What round?
21st, which is great. In the first round.
Oh, in the first
round. But I'm saying, if this dude got to play a full high school season, do the whole showcase circuit without all the COVID craziness, maybe he's a top 5 pick.
And then he gets drafted and there's no season.
Yeah.
So he went to the camp and apparently put in the work there, learning from some of the other guys that were there. Everything, all indications are he's legit.
He's going to be a stud.
But it's early. And, the truth is, there have been plenty of great hitters, guys that have been elite hitters that come up and struggle as pitchers adjust to them. They adjust back, that maybe the first time it doesn't take. I don't think he's putting any pressure on himself because, to me, it seems like it would be house money. He's 20. They gave him a chance to make the team. And if he does make it, I'm sure he'll put some pressure on himself, but everyone deserves like a second shot. Like a lot of times there's a false start. Maybe you don't hit 400 right out of the blocks as a major league hitter. Sometimes you got to go back and retool and then come back.
But don't you think right now, at least, he's been so good early, I feel like there would be a fan disappointment at this point if he's not on the big league roster to break camp.
Yeah, I agree with that. But on the other hand,
Probably.
If he's a 24-year-old, this is a 20-year-old. I think folks would understand. I agree with you, but I do think based on his youth, I think folks would get it.
Hasn't Jordan Walker been 20 years old for like 5 years now, Mr. Arizona? Kind of like Pujols a little bit. I don't know. He looks older, that's for sure.
He'll
does.
be 21
He looks older.
in May.
He does look older.
He looks older. He looks like an older 20-year-old. I looked older when I was 20.
So you think it's fake? Are you? Is that what
No, I don't.
Are you making that?
No, I think Pujols is older. But Jordan Walker.
What?
I do. Good morning, boys. Microbiologist Jack. Oh, cute little puppy. We love animals on this show, don't we, Jimmy?
We do.
We love animals. We do. Seth does. Seth does.
For the most part.
For the
yeah.
most part. Taking care of them's one thing. But I love animals.
The caring
Don't let me
part
own
can be
one. Just let me pet it.
Okay, don't care.
We'll call it a day.
It's got a home.
What do you want from
What
me?
do you want from me?
I fed it.
I don't know. There's food around. Pantry's right there, dog.
Happy belated birthday, Ozzy.
Oh, little Ozzy birthday? Hell yeah. Happy
When was his
birthday, kiddo.
birthday?
March 1st.
Oh.
Nice.
Cat.
Yeah.
What's Carlson's status? I haven't been watching, but I feel like they're doing things assuming he might not be playing.
Well, to be honest, I don't know if he's healthy right now, but when you have everyone else playing center field, and I get it that like Tyler O'Neill's going to be playing for Canada in the World Baseball Classic, they want to give him a look. But, he's got stuff to prove. There's no question about it. He had stops and starts last season, had injuries, and he wasn't the same guy I think they had hoped. We've seen flashes from him. When he's on, he looks like the real deal, but I do think he's got some questions about him.
And he has arm soreness right now.
Yeah,
Soreness.
something.
This one's kind of out of the blue, but somebody's kind of pissed. I had former state representative Tommy Pearson knock on my door campaigning for a local alderman. Dude was wearing a track jacket that said Representative Pearson on the back like an effing Letterman's jacket. When I told him I wouldn't be supporting her because she supports Kim Gardner, he went on a racist tirade and said that the Post-Dispatch was fake news. These are our leaders. 636.
Was it a he or her? Because I thought who are we talking about? And on the back it said what?
I don't know, man. On the back, like a Letterman's jacket, it said
Representative Pearson.
Pearson. Yeah, I can't say that word for some reason. Where'd that come from?
Where
did that come from?
When I served, I had an Alderman
Yeah, you
Hayes
did.
jacket made up.
I know.
What's the guy's name? Pearson? His
Yeah.
first name?
Tommy Pearson. Don't know. Rocky 2 opens with Apollo and Rocky in a hospital together, right? Legendary stuff. No, I remember that. Hey, Dum Dums, you talked about this 4 days ago. That's right. I don't know why. Just sometimes it pops
What's
up.
that?
We talked about Rocky, I think, 4 days ago.
So what? We talk
popped
about
up.
baseball every day.
So what? Worst TV characters of all time? Question mark. Skyler from Breaking Bad has to be up there. Jeffrey from Game of Thrones also. I like King Jeffrey. He was cool. He was mean. Like, I liked that part. Like, at least his character was mean, and you hated him, but you appreciate his character. He was
The
awesome.
worst television character, and it's an oldie in the history. Cousin Oliver on the Brady Bunch.
I don't know.
When the ratings are sagging, you bring in the kid with the bowl cut and a dog, trying to get things back on track. Usually, when you bring in the bowl cut cousin onto a show, it's a sign that it's not going to be around much longer.
Yeah. Dude, you're spot on nails about the Yellowstone girl. She's miserable. Nothing is good enough for her. Angry old guy. I know. Like, she's bitches the whole time. Why is Bauer suspended but not Clevenger?
Clevenger was just cleared of the charges, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I think I'm watching something on YouTube with Trevor Bauer. Does he have a YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Where he's
Bauer outage.
pitching at all these guys.
He's doing all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, he's out there. I'm like, is that Trevor Bauer? They got like 4 guys and they play a high school team and like light them up.
No, he does some very creative
pretty
stuff
cool.
on YouTube.
I got to tell you, though,
Pretty cool.
that kind of I admire Charlie on this for creating his own YouTube enterprise.
Charlie is right.
Charlie is right about this because we see a lot of these athletes now, not just Bauer, but guys in other sports as well. And we see with Jake Paul. Like, you build yourself up on YouTube, then you have money to do whatever you want, and it's almost like you don't need the sport that made you.
Yeah, I know.
In a sense. Like, Bauer is probably making probably not as much as he would with a big contract in MLB, but he's going to do okay with this, right?
Do a podcast.
For sure. I also think, so you have that aspect, making money, but I think a lot of the athletes, they'll tell you straight up, they appreciate whether it's having their own podcast or going on a show like Aaron Rodgers does with Pat McAfee, where he can really sit down, chill for 20, 45 minutes, an hour, and explain everything and not have it be clipped up in a soundbite world. They love that. They love the fact, hey, if you're going to ask me a question, let me talk
Let
for
me
4 or
talk.
5 minutes and explain what's actually going on with whatever it is. COVID, the darkness retreat, what's going on with all the teams. Are you going to retire? Like, he sits down. It's really entertaining segment.
I know.
And he explains everything, and he's doing it with dudes who he's comfortable with, but also they give it right back to him. They chirp him.
Yeah.
He chirps them.
So I like
But
getting
people still don't like him.
Yeah.
And I don't get it.
I don't know about that. I think a lot of people like it.
I think a lot of it stems from the injection, not getting the vaccine and trying to
lie about it.
I don't know if you lie, just trying to be ambiguous about
He
it.
definitely misled, but I still think if you watch Aaron Rodgers, it's hard not to like him.
I like him.
Yeah.
He's a really interesting dude. Like, even if you
He is.
disagree with his thoughts, you'd love him, dude, because he's whatever it is
He's out there.
with just like conspiracies, but also natural disasters. Like, his mind,
He likes
his mind is very complex.
Oh, wow. I like him.
Rogers to the Patriots. I'm here for
Let's
it.
go.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Entertain us, man.
Wouldn't that be good for
No,
the
it
NFL?
would be great for the NFL.
It'd be awesome.
I'm here for that.
Cam, It's like trying to find a weakness in Cat's broadcasting game. He's a generational talent at sports talk, sideline reporting, and play-by-play. The only weakness is an average Ethel Merman imitation.
Amazing how Jim just ties the broadcast together,
Yes,
doesn't
he
he?
does. Let me try that again. There's no business like show business. No business I know.
How's Chip Carey doing?
I think he's doing good.
A little different with Brad. You know, you're so used to Danny and Brad kind of.
Like so many things, chemistry gotta evolve a little bit. And Danny's there for the longest time, the best in the business.
Yeah.
But I think Chip's gonna be great.
Pretty good. You like that? You like Chip so far, Nate?
Yeah, I like Chip a lot. You want to hear?
Sure.
You want to hear? Let me make sure I got the right one here. This is Newt Bar in Japan. This is his first base hit.
Oh yeah.
This is the Japanese call.
Oh yeah.
左中間へ弾き返していくヌートバー初打席でいきなりヒットセンター前ヒット1番ヌートバー出塁侍ジャパンのリードオフマンラーズ・ヌートバー
Mother Nutba.
Did you see the clip?
Shohei.
Did you see the clip of the manager of the Japanese team kind of giving the pep talk, and they had a team guy, like social media guy, filming it, and then once it breaks up, Newt said, "What'd he say?" And the
I saw it.
translator said, "I didn't hear bleep." Great clip.
What?
Yeah, Otani was doing.
Otani's hit 2 bombs and he's doing the pepper grinder.
Otani was doing the pepper grind. You hate that,
awesome.
even when Otani.
No, it's awesome. What's Jack's status? Lower body discomfort, flu-like symptoms, my ass. Microbiologist Jack. I guess, I don't know.
He's got it all.
Pushing it back. Hey, Cat, fix your mic. You've been pretty good today. No, you were looking back probably on that segment. You're kind of looking back at Nate.
Yeah.
You've been pretty damn good. You've been pretty damn good,
I'm
Cat.
working hard.
Good
You
job.
are.
I'm working
Damn
hard.
it.
I'm working hard.
I saw Twitter that Newt Bar has Otani doing the stupid pepper grinder thing. Him and Newt are now buds. Angry old guy. I spotted Otani doing the pepper grinder after a home run. Otani to the Cards, confirmed. Microbiologist Jack.
I have a question. How about this? For World Baseball Classic.
Yep.
What if over the next couple years, what is happening?
What is that? What is that?
What if over the next couple years, Lars Nootbaar becomes such a good player that all of a sudden Team USA wants him? What does he do then?
I don't know.
Well, can he play Team USA if he wanted to?
I just think that's interesting.
Yeah.
What, he plays for one country then another?
Well, I think we all know with the World Baseball Classic, for example, some of these dudes that go play for, let's say, European countries because they have that ancestry, they would love to play for Team USA, but they're not good enough. But then what if you go play for the Netherlands, but 4 years from now
You're crushing
Team
it.
USA
We
wants you?
live in a global universe. I think Nate would agree. You go to Klaus from the World Economic
Yes.
Forum. You get it cleared with him.
Okay.
And then you can switch teams.
Yeah.